What is going on, everybody? It's Alex coming back here in another video. And today, y'all know what time it is. It's a mock draft time. Now, apologies for the audio. I am under the weather. So please, if you guys get annoyed with it, you guys are new. It's not what I usually sound like, but we are going to still rock with it. Thought about skipping it this week, but you know what? I like giving you guys content. It's fun for me. It's fun for you. Let's get into this. Let's have some fun. Starting off, number one pick. Detroit. This is a given. KT, he's a game breaker. He's game record. That Myles Garrett type of take over the damn game type of player. I love him. Respect to him. Good guy as well. Big fan of his personality. KT, all the way. You need to get help because, again, I think you guys are going to cut Trey Flowers as well, and he's going to be freeing up 10.4 mil in cap. You guys need something to go right on this team. Number two, the Texans. Now, I'm pretty sure I know where I'm going with this pick, but I would entertain the idea of going Evan Neal here. You know, Marcus Cannon is 33 years old, according to when I just used him in Madden. But he is older. So getting a high-end tackle to be the right tackle next to, of course, our star at left, that's going to be a big bonus to whichever quarterback that is. However, I think you do need a dominant pass rusher. Aiden Hutchinson out of Michigan has been on an absolute tear recently. He's dropped weight. He's increased his speed and power somehow. I don't really get how that's possible. He is able to convert speed to power very well. You need to be able to attack. This is not the draft to be going after somebody who's a quarterback at the top of the draft. Aiden Hutchinson is that absolute monster. He is the next JJ Watt for the Texans. So I like it. Number three with the Eagles. This is down to Derek Stingley or Kyle Hamilton. I do like where our pick is sitting here at pick 8, though. I just don't think Derek Stingley is nearly as much of a game wrecker as Kyle Hamilton is. I just genuinely think Kyle Hamilton's a beast. Also, I don't know if there's going to be a team that is going to take him within the time frame. So we might be able to get Derek Stingley and Kyle Hamilton, but I do know Kyle Hamilton would go by pick 7. I would definitely take him to the Jets. So there that is. Number 4 with the Jaguars. We know where this is going as well. It's Evan Neal. It's every time you need to get protection for Trevor Lawrence. Evan Neal, one of the best tackle prospects to come out of the draft in a long time. He's athletic. He's young. He's agile. He's great. Love it. A big fan of Evan Neal here. Number 5 with the Giants. I know we're going on a tear through these ones. 1, I'm sick, so I'm not really in a huge mood to spend a lot of time on picks that are obvious. But 2, we do this all the time. The top 5 to 6 picks are usually pretty damn similar. I think, again, you got to test out this Marvin Leal. You can play him at that BJ Hill role. You can play him on the edge as well. You can do whatever the hell you want, and his upside is just too damn good. Again, I know some of y'all are going to be asking for a quarterback. You could go a quarterback at that spot. I just don't think so. I think there's a lot bigger issues and a lot better value on the table. Number 6 with the Washington football team. Yeah, we're going quarterback here, guys. Malik Willis is so damn good that it's like I usually take him first overall in terms of quarterbacks. But I feel like Washington needs somebody who's more ready than anybody else. I think their offensive line's good enough for right now, even though if you're probably going to lose Scherf, which sucks. But I think Malik Willis is too much of a project at the moment. I always draft Malik Willis to your team, but Malik's had some tough games this year. He's able to come back. I've never seen arm talent like Malik Willis. The way that he zips the ball, he is unbelievable. Still arguing my QB1. Matt is much more ready right now, and I think he can lead this franchise to a Super Bowl within the next 2 years. That is a bold claim, absolutely, but I do think that that's the right move. We're going to go Matt Corral. I think that, again, his consistency at the SEC level is going to blow Malik Willis out of the water in terms of his play. He's also a redshirt senior, so a developmental project who's already been in college for about 5 years is a little bit rough. Number 7 with the Jets. I am going to be going Derek Stingley here. You guys know what was going to happen. Derek Stingley is a generational style prospect. I would have traded up with the Eagles if there weren't a team like the Jaguars that were not in the NFC East. But regardless, Derek Stingley is one of those generational prospects. Been dealing with some injuries, but they're not repeat injuries. That's a good sign. If you're not dealing with repeat injuries, doesn't mean that you have a degenerative issue, similar to how Caleb Farley might be having a degenerative knee issue. He's got an ACL after ACL. So big issue right there. Number 8 with the Eagles here. I'm going to be going a corner in Kyer Elam. I just really like his fit on this team. 6'2", 200 pounds. He's going to be lanky. He's going to be big. That's kind of contradictory, but he mirrors very well. Big fan of what Kyrie Elam brings to the table. A little bit better version of Sauce Gardner at the SEC level. That's going to always get you drafted above those guys. Number 9 with the Eagles again. I think this is a good trade back spot. I think it is. I really want to go a guy like Karlaftis here, but I might end up doing that anyways because I do see the Falcons are sitting right here, although they do need a corner very badly. Looking at a team to trade back with, I mean, I don't think the Eagles are really going to want to trade that far back because I'm projecting what picks I'm going to be doing per spot. I don't really see Karlaftis actually going until like pick 17 or something. So we're going to actually engineer this because I know a lot of people are saying, oh, the Eagles should trade back and use this as an ability to get 2023 picks. We're going to trade back with the Eagles, not the Eagles, you son of a biscuit, the Steelers, because the Steelers do need a quarterback pretty desperately. And we are going to be using first round picks to be able to move up. So we're adding draft capital in the future, adding a third from this year, and then we're going to be trading probably back a fourth. We'll see if that goes through. You're getting an extra first round pick, and we are going to use that draft capital to move back up in the draft. So the Steelers are moving up for a quarterback and Malik Willis. I just think that those two are the top two. I don't think there's much of a discussion. Desmond Ritter's had some really errant throws that are scary, just big head scratchers. Sam Howell, he's just we really didn't see him elevate the team. Still an excellent quarterback, take him in the top 15, but I just have a lot more questions than I was hoping to at this point. Carson Strong, yeah. Tanner McKee, I'm projecting, as well as Spencer Rattler to return because next year's class is really bad. So, yeah, those guys aren't even in consideration. Malik Willis, he does have that unbelievable arm talent. The Steelers can reset. They can. I think Malik Willis is their type of guy, as well as Matt Corral. You could switch these two if you guys want. It would still be the same scenario. Number 10 with the Jets. I think this is actually a good spot to look at an offensive tackle, but I just don't think that the value right now is there unless you want to go after someone like Darian Kennard. That being said, I'm going to go Tyler Linderbaum here. Your center and guard situation, not too bueno, especially on the right guard side. I think Tyler Linderbaum can step in. He is a top 5 player in the class to me. I am in love with Tyler Linderbaum. So big fan of his potential right there on the Jets. You need to continue developing the offensive line for Zach Wilson. The whole entire reason he is having a hard time at the NFL level is because, well, he had the best line in college and now he's coming to the Jets. So add piece by piece there. AVT, Tyler Linderbaum, Kai Becton, you're building the pieces for a really damn solid offensive line for the next 10 years. Number 11, the Giants back on the board. We all know where this pick's going as well. Darian Kennard, it just fits exactly what they're looking for. I think the hype is going to be real with how he's going to test, as well as like you look at his size, 6'5", 345, and how much of a progression he's taken this year. I think the hype is real. They'll be taking Darian Kennard in the top 15. Number 12 with the Falcons, I think a left cornerback is exactly what you need. I'm pretty sure Sauce Gardner could play left, but regardless, I think that his value is way damn too good to pass up at this point. I have him as a top 10 prospect in this draft. So Sauce Gardner, lock it in. Now for the Dolphins. Oof, this is a tough spot because I don't really think the value is worth it at this point. You could go after a true X receiver. I just don't think any are worth this actual pick, especially with my favorite one being Garrett Wilson. Like he doesn't fit exactly what you need on the Dolphins. This is another good spot to trade back. There are really good corners left on the board. We could see the Eagles trade back up into this spot as well, just to be able to select a guy like Karlaftis. Don't think that's exactly a need right now. I think that they can do that at any point before the Browns. So we're going to see a very small trade up right here. We're going to see a 3-way trade, which they do happen. We're going to have the Vikings trade up with the Dolphinos. There they are. Just one pick trade up, nothing big, nothing huge. And they're going to be offering next year draft capital. Maybe they can send in a next year 4. There you go. It gets it from very likely. We can send a 7th in. I mean, who gives a damn? It's a 7th round pick. But Dolphins declined it. Whatever. We'll take out the 7th. Whoop-de-doo. Not going to be that big of an issue. They accepted the offer. We're going to be selecting a high-end corner for this team because y'all need it. And Andrew Booth at Trey McDuffie. This is what happens every draft. I am down to these two guys. Do you take the upside or do you take somebody who's going to be solid all around? I'm going to take the guy who's solid. I think that's exactly what the Vikings are looking for. lock him in. Now the Eagles are going to be trading up to this spot. They got an extra first round pick. Let's see the cost of this pick. So Eagles trading up with the Dolphins. They've already done it multiple times. Let's see if maybe we can get that third round pick. So we cannot just do that pure third. Maybe if we send in a next year 4, that, oh, okay, never mind. If we send in a next year 4 as well. So basically we're going to be trading a next year 4 as well as and getting a first next year in return, just to be able to get the same guy I would have drafted at that spot. I call that a win in my book. You know, Dolphins are accepting the offer. They're going to be looking at a wide receiver anyways. So we're going to be getting George Karlaftis, unbelievable talent. Unbelievable. He's one of my favorite guys in the draft. Just again, if you get triple teamed in the Big Ten, that's a very big compliment. And injury is the only reason he fell here. So he's a top 5 prospect. I would say talent-wise, he is on the level of Aiden Hutchinson, but maybe not as much as dominant. But again, can't really be that dominant when you have 3 dudes up in your face. So the Eagles got a lot of really damn good draft capital for the future year from the Steelers. With the Patriots, we know where I'm going with this one as well. You know, Garrett Wilson is just, he's too good to pass on at this point. I am an absolute big ass fan of Garrett Wilson. I love him after the catch. He's just a really damn good receiver. Number 16 with the Broncos. Y'all know where I'm going with this one. Sam Howell. I love it. 10 out of 10 times, I will take Sam Howell. A team that could trade up 4-1 for a quarterback right here, the Panthers. Don't think they're going to right now. But yeah, number 17 is going to be Jordan Davis. No, not changing up much from the last draft, but I think that is a perfect fit. Jordan Davis is worth a top 15 pick. He is unbelievably talented at a position that is very low value. So that's why he falls to this position. He's so damn good. I just think that you have to take him at this point. With the Chiefs seemingly being unable to do jack in general, I think that we're going to actually go with the guy who is more of a spag dude. I think this is going to be a weird riser, Zach Harrison out of Ohio State. He's just a big ass dude who's extremely athletic. He's been playing very well this year. So take him to the Chiefs. It seems like a spag guy. I would look at Kingsley Enagbare there, but we can't just continue having the same exact draft over and over again. This pick, we're not trading back. We are getting a 5-star left tackle and Akeem Ekwonu or Ekem. Again, he's just gone off this year. He's worthy of a top 10 selection. Just some people have him better than Evan Neal. So just saying, he's a really damn good prospect. You need to continue developing the offensive line. Not much else that is really in the air in terms of needs for this team. Chargers getting Kenyon Green here. Again, you have one more guard spot to fill up, and then you're going to be able to kick some ass. So again, the edge depth is really good in this class. So I think getting offensive line, which is a lot worse, would be a big bonus. And he's already played some snaps at right tackle. Didn't perform as well as we wanted to, but he's not that terrible at it. So next pick, Dolphinos. We know where we're going. We're going to be going with the wide receiver here. So excuse me as I am able to quench my thirst. I think Drake London is going to have too much hype. We're going to take him right here. So Dolphins are able to add an extra 3rd round pick and then get the guy who they probably would have drafted at number 14 in general. He's just been lighting it up, 6'5". I would take him if I were the Eagles at that spot, if he fell to that spot and we already lost all the edge prospects. I'd look at Drake London, but regardless, we're going to continue on with the Bengals. This is actually going to be probably a tackle. I'm thinking I'm going to draft him higher here. Nicholas Petit-Frere. I just think that he's a perfect fit on this team. And I think there will be teams looking for a tackle. There's tackles that get overdrafted all the time. So Nicholas Petit-Frere, he's going to light it up for you guys. Really high-end tackle, can also fill in at left tackle, especially if Jonah Williams gets into a contract dispute in the future. You have your future left too. I like his versatility. Number 23, hopefully Jameis comes back to the team. We know where I'm going with this one too. I feel pretty confident in how I've drafted so far. There's a couple guys I could flip here and there, but Chris Olave is a big must for this team. You need a true number 2 receiver. You know, if Sean Payton continues coaching the way he is and he adds Chris Olave, watch out for this team being a Super Bowl contender. Okay, now with the Bucs, I think the value is way too good to pass up on Andrew Booth. You just have to select the best guy available in this corner core. I mean, the secondary in general is just a little iffy. So getting a guy like Booth who, well, if he ends up sucking, didn't lose out on much. And if he ends up booming, that's freaking amazing. Andrew Booth's worth the shot. He's really athletic, smooth hips. He's the most athletic corner in this class, not named Derek Stingley. It's just those lapses are a big concern, and they've been part of his history. Number 25, the Bills. Bills, I think this is a good spot to trade back, in all fairness. I just don't really see much that is exciting me at this moment. Yeah, I can't really see much going on here. There are some high-end prospects on the board, and that being said, I think there are some really good edges that some teams might want to move up for. You even got Treylon Burks on the board, high-end linebackers like Nakobe Dean as well, and that's why I'm going to be trading up with the Titans. Yes, a conference rival, the Titans, moving up with the Bills to select Nakobe Dean, high-end linebacker out of Georgia. So we're going to try to toss in a 4th-round pick here. I think that's fair, like a 1 and a 4 to move back a couple spots. That's perfectly fair for us. So let's see what happens. And we're going to select them. So apologies about the water, but you guys know how it is when you ill. You got to make sure you're hydrated. Nakobe Dean out of Georgia. I love his coverage as well as his blitzing skill. I think he's a perfect fit on this team. And this next pick is going to be fun. So I don't really need to get too much in depth with what's going on with Henry Ruggs, but let's just say he's not going to be in the NFL for a little bit. And he also, like, regardless of how the case ends up, he was in a neck brace. So some concern. They're going to get the new future at that position, Jameson Williams out of Alabama. They like the program. He's another speed burner, really good route runner. I think Jameson Williams has even more upside than Henry Ruggs. So get some help in that wide receiver room. Get something that will add a new spark to this team. Jameson Williams is an absolute freak. So big fan of him sneaking into the first. Big fan of that as well. Number 27 with the Cowboys. I don't think they ever need a receiver again. Cedric Wilson's balling out. Edgewise, don't think they need it as well. So I'm going to be actually going with, where the heck is Jordan Battle? That is disrespectful as hell. Jordan Battle of Alabama, all-around safety, big fan of him. Just continue locking that guy in. With number 28 with the Packers, I think this is a good spot to either go wide receiver or edge. And I'm going to be going with Treylon Burks here. Sorry, Lions fans. I always love giving Treylon Burks to you guys, but you need receiver help. Devontae Adams probably won't be there next year, and you don't really have much else. You have a bunch of filler players. So Treylon Burks actually has that upside to be able to be a true number 1 receiver. Treylon Burks, lock him in there. Number 29 with the Ravens. I would like to probably get something for that left tackle spot. Charles Cross is extremely athletic, and he put on some weight and gained an anchor. So big fan of him. He's another arguable number 2 tackle in the draft class. Number 30 with the Lions. I think this is a good trade back spot, honestly. I mean, we could get Devin Lloyd. Devin Lloyd wouldn't be a bad selection. I think it's the right one too. We need somebody who's an actual impact on this Lions defense. And now you have KT. Get Devin Lloyd as well. I think that his upside is worth it. He just is an all-around linebacker. I could see even the Bills potentially taking him, but Devin Lloyd, just make sure that he's in a good spot and have somebody who can actually do something year one. With KT, this defense could flip around really easily. Number 31 with the Bills. I might trade back again because there are some quarterbacks still on the board. Like Desmond Ridder, I think he's going to follow the first. I really do. Trevor Penning as well. I wouldn't mind them taking Trevor Penning, in all fairness. But regardless, I think this is another good spot to trade back. I just can't. I think Darian Kendricks has done a really damn good job for Georgia. We're going to take him and lock him in here. With the Cards, I think that there's no real team that I'm projecting moving up for a quarterback exactly. Carson Strong's the next guy, or Kenny Pickett that might go. But this is a good edge spot. I think that going a guy like Adam Anderson has all that upside. You can get a guy who could pass. Actually, Kingsley Enagbare is a really good fit. We're going to get Kingsley. He's a really high-end edge player. I think that he's worth the pick. He's worth the top 15 pick. He's been dominating there at South Carolina, and we're going to see him continue to dominate in the NFC West. That's going to be the video, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy. I'll see you on the far side. Peace.